Hello learners, welcome back to the course on construction methodology. In this lecture, we'll try to see a practical drawing of how a batching plant looks. In our previous lecture, we understood how a batching plant is set up. But in this particular lecture, we'll try to see how that batching plant will be set up at the site, and we'll also see the practical drawing of how those batching plant will be installed. So we'll quickly get into that. So I have a drawing here, right? So let us say this is some construction project. Yeah, so this is a kind of a construction that we need to do. So we'll not try to get into that, but I'll give an idea like how to see this drawing. So let us say this is some factory building what I have. You have a raw material storage here, and then you have a staircase here, and yeah, I'll try to zoom in. Then there's some control room here, you can observe it, right? There's some control room here. You have a diesel storage room here, and what else, you have a nitrogen package here. We have a wastewater treatment here, right? So these are the various things what is given in this particular building. But right now our concern is only to look into the batching plant, how that concrete batching plant is set up. So you can see here, right? So this particular area what you can see, the one which is triangular, this particular, that is called as batching plant, which is 7721 square meter. So we'll try to see how this batching plant is planned in the site. So we'll go back to that. So this is how it looks. This is what we saw now. It's a blown up diagram what you can see here. This is the entire location what I have. So you can see here, right? We have a sand stock yard here, right? Because in order to prepare a concrete, I need cement, I need a fine aggregate, that is sand, I need coarse aggregate. So that is why what they have done, they are storing the sand somewhere here, that is called as sand stock yard. In the same way, we need 20 aggregate. So again, what they are going to do, they are going to store the 20 aggregate here. Along with that, we have to use 20 downgraded aggregate, that is 20 along with the 10 we are going to add. So again, you can see here 10 aggregate will be stored here. Along with that, we have a weighbridge here, right? So what is a weighbridge? So weighbridge is actually the one where the a transit mixer will come and come here, and it's going to weigh it, like what is the total density of the concrete, how much cubic meter of a concrete is present in my transit mixer. So you are going to check the weight of that vehicle. So your weighbridge will be here. So you have a batching plant here, then you have a curing tank here, right? Because as I already mentioned, when we go for a mixed design and all, we need to do the testing of that particular cube, right? So before testing, it has to be kept in the curing tank for 28 days, and after that we are going to do the compressive test on that. So that is why they have put up a curing tank here. This is a curing tank, and this is a water tank for that. And along with that, we have a lab here. So why this lab is given here? So in this lab, we are going to do the compressive testing of that particular concrete cube, right? And only in if you can remember, while understanding the difference between a nominal mix and the design mix, we understood one point, that is these tests are justified with proper lab tests, and only then that particular results are taken into consideration. So those tests are done in the lab. That is why in the site itself, what we have done, we have set up a lab here. Again, we'll be having a compressive testing, we'll be having a compressive testing machine here, and on that we are going to do the checking of the cube. I mean, we are going to check the strength of that particular cube. Along with that, we have a concrete mixer parking here, right? Whatever transit mixer comes, those things we have to park it here. That is why we have done all this arrangement. One, two, three, four, these are like 7 to 8 concrete mixer parking is done here. So this is how our entire site looks. Yeah, so when you work in some big companies, what they actually do is they set up their own batching plant. They're not going to order it from a nearby batching plant. What they do is they set up their own batching plant. So this is how the arrangement is done on the site itself. So that what will happen, daily we need to do the concreting from the batching from the same site, like wherever the construction is going on, from the same site we are going to take the concrete. We don't have to depend on some other companies, or let us say nearby batching plant. Instead of that, what we have done, we will set up our own uh, batching plant, so that we can do our work easily, right? So this lecture is all about giving an idea how this batching plant will be set up, like how it looks, sand stock, all these things we are going to do in AutoCAD. All these things, where you are going to place your sand, where you are going to place your aggregate, where you are going to place your 10 aggregate, where will be the curing tank, water tank, batching plant, a bridge and all, right? Yeah, that's it. I hope it's understood up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.